Welcome, SASANS, to this week's episode of SASANS and Dragons. I am Magnus Beasticus, your dungeon master for the evening. Joining me on this adventure, to my right, your left.
Oh, me first. Oh, good evening. Vark here, Invictarii. I am Rummy. And I play a fallen Aasimar, a Cleric, level 7 of the Death Domain.
And I, as always, am Maximus Dominus, and I play Hercheck Bane, level billion, zillion, infinity, Barbarian, Goliath.
Isn't that embarrassing that didn't keep you from almost dying last time, so...
Well, I was versing gods.
Sure.
Hi, I'm ENZER, and I'm playing a level 6 Duergar Wild Mage.
You're second.
7. Level 7. I spice it up a bit.
I'm Luna, and I'm playing a level 7 mountain dwarf druid named Thunky Beerbutt.
Luna, whoa!
My name's always been Luna.
This whole time.
Oh, when last we left our heroes, they found themselves huffing and puffing at the top of the Belbanus trees after having killed multiple Unagoths, creatures of horrific legend. They find themselves now inside of a forest after having teleported thanks to the navigational prowess of Vul Catterbast, the pink goblin that they hired to be their escort through their endeavors through the Gragnar Mountains. After having a pretty rough night of sleep, they reconnoitered in the morning, teleported, and now they find themselves at the top of an ancient Omengar ruin in the middle of a quarry, with a quarry of theirs standing right in front of them.
At a quarry.
Someone
Where we are at.
Someone that quarry is like
Quarry.
Quarry is like I have an issue with this thing. That's what a quarry would be.
We don't have
Makes
our
sense
guide-
on
our
so
guide's
many
name, not
intelligent
Quarry.
levels you wouldn't be able to understand.
Quarry. We're stuck in this quarry.
Dealing with a quarry.
After their new location revealed itself to them, being much closer to Bresh than the floating forest, they encountered the leader of the pack of brigands and scoundrels that tried to just kill all of you guys before you even got the opportunity to enter Bresh. Their leader had escaped, and now they are face to face with him. The Earth Genasi, now bare-chested, no armor around, missing his right arm. Well, his right, like, from the middle forearm down. It's totally gone. And Hercheck reared his arm back with his hand axe. And we're picking up right now as he chucks it.
I rolled
You're
a natural 20 last time,
Yes, roll your dice and let
but it was a
let
natural.
fate decide what happens with this axe.
Fate,
That's why time paused.
Fate already decided on it.
Fate!
And we're using dexterity for this since I'm throwing it?
Yes, you is.
12.
The Earth Genasi at the base by the water of this temple, as you see him immediately, he raises his hands and goes, wait, and he just like dodges it as the axe goes, and he leans out of the way and it splashes into the water behind
Luckily,
him.
I'm bad at throwing.
He goes, oh,
Hercheck!
I can
Whoa.
tell when I'm outmatched here. Alright, let's just talk
good
about
time, right?
this.
Put my hand
I
on
think-
Tim's shoulder. Whoa. Wind it up, don't Tim. Whoa,
And
I'll
he's-
release
and-
him.
and-
I'll
and
release
you can
Tim.
see, like, there's a small column, a ruined column, right by him that he's just, like, almost, like, part of his left arm is concealed behind it, and he's almost... He's prepared to just, like, duck behind it as he's pleading to you all. And he goes, I think we got off on the wrong foot earlier. I mean, clearly I'm missing an arm here. I think you've taken more from me than I have from you. You all look perfectly healthy.
My time is very
Can you show me all your fingers? Can you wiggle them all? Oh, that's great. That's double what I got.
Cave politics are quite different, but I will say, when you attack first, I think...
Whoa.
No.
Now, I got a good memory. And what I remember is you two right here.
No,
You two, you dwarven motherfuckers over here.
Oh,
You just straight lightning blasting the shit out of my pack.
Okay.
You disintegrate. You didn't even give him a chance.
Why were you
Yes,
there in
I
the
will
first
admit.
place?
In full openness, we did plan on killing all of you.
Exactly.
But, laying it all
We
on the
felt
table, you shot first. Let's just clear that out right now.
But you were still trying to kill us, so that doesn't make any sense.
It's semantics.
You could
are
still
really
lose a
important
lot
to me.
more right now. Explain why you're here. And why we shouldn't kill you
You
right
still
now.
have one other arm and 2 legs.
It seemed. Yes, thank goodness for that.
For now.
How about this?
And he like not with his right hand, with his left hand, he reaches behind him in a pouch, and he's just like looking at you all like I'm not doing anything.
With his nub?
And he pulls out a ring.
And he goes, "Well, just give this to you right now, and we can negotiate." Huh?
Which hand is his nub?
It's his right hand.
Okay, so he's just holding up like a...
Now,
And how do we know this ring is not cursed?
it's not. I mean, you got anyone with any sense about you? Anyone who's been around the block a few times?
Yes.
You'll know that this is just a counterpart to something that I had on myself before. And now, I'm gonna guess that you picked up my red gauntlet. It's magical, shouldn't have been destroyed. You clearly have it in your inventory. Nobody would pass up such a fine artifact. It was gifted to me literally by the gods.
Nope.
Or this just lost a lot of value, then I'll admit. I'm just going to put that right back. What I can offer you is information. Wouldn't you want to know who wants your heads? And wouldn't you want to know how much those heads are worth?
Can't tell if he has one hand up or two.
He has both.
He has both arms up. One is missing.
One
One
hand
forearm up.
So he's
is
just doing this
completely
all
missing.
with his nub.
Yeah, he is. I mean, you don't know how dangerous he is with his
He has a
nub.
ghost hand. You know?
He can be.
Still kind of feels it, but it's not actually.
Don't underestimate
That'd
the
be
nub.
weird.
Yeah.
It's so weird.
You're turning me on with that nub.
But
Yeah. He's probably...
Hey, I don't know how
Probably correct.
I could possibly. Yeah, he just. Oh, okay. He puts it behind his back.
I never thought about that in my entire life.
who's hunting us?
You clearly haven't seen. What's it called? You haven't seen nugget porn.
Nugget porn?
Is it nugget porn?
Or nubbit?
That's disgusting. Let's just not talk about that. I don't
Nubbit.
want. We should cut that out. Nobody should do that.
No, let's elaborate on this.
Yeah.
All right.
Nubbit porn.
So you let me go, and I'll tell you who's after you.
How are you gonna tell us if you're gone?
No, I'm like, as in, when I tell you, you process the information and I leave afterwards.
No. I'm sure that you attacking people on the middle of the road would have a head or a bounty on your head. I think you're now a prisoner. Hercheck?
Whoa, no, hi.
I
I
will.
think there's someone. I think there's
I walk
someone
over to him.
very
I don't like
high
it
up.
with one hand free, let alone 1.5.
I agree.
Get him.
Blue feathered woman.
Oh, I stopped.
Continue.
Yes, continue.
Yes.
That's what I thought.
You
want
can still talk when
You
bound
want any more information? You promise my freedom.
Fine.
That's the deal, right there.
I go to
You guys
pinky
dishonored
promise
him
him on the nub.
mortal coil.
And he like awkwardly raises his nub. Like it still hasn't been that long since he lost it. and the leaves are still coating it, and you can see some of it like very swollen and pussing up. Like some of the pus is almost
You didn't like cauterize
pervading
it?
out of the leaves.
Just
I
open?
No, he's got like herbs and different leaves and salves and different like medical gunk over his nub, but it's just not a pretty sight
Oh,
currently.
I was picturing something way more sexy.
Yeah,
Way more
I went
sexy.
in as,
He had it-
as if it was a joke, but then I threw up. He
On
got,
maybe
on
one
the
of
nub.
those
he got me.
nice,
Like on the nub.
like leather fastened nub straps. Nope. Okay.
It's got a statue of that woman in like that position, like on his nub. Anyway, yeah, and he as you go to Pinky promise him, he reaches his nub out, and then he just gets kind of like, you see this slight frown before he like just turns his torso and puts his other pinky out. It's like, you're real fucking cruel, you know that. Wound's still fresh. And he just like almost shoves it in your face. You see this?
I'm gonna throw up a little bit more.
And as you're like
Into it.
leaning over and heaving, are you gonna throw up into
No,
it?
I guess not.
As you're leaning over and about to dry heave, he just sort of like hooks his pinky underneath yours while it's on your thighs, supporting yourself from your throw up. And he just goes, "Deal's a deal. Look, clearly, I'm the bad guy here, so I trust you. Right?"
Yeah,
Sure.
you're the bad guy. We're the good guys.
Yeah.
Yes. You are the bad guy.
Yeah, you're the bad guy.
Bad guy is you.
We're the good
Yip,
guys.
you're not a nice man.
So you're gonna release me after I tell you about the blue
I already
feather
pinky promised you.
Leaning a little too much on the edge there. And we're done.
I'll tell you what I know about her. And then you can ask some questions, maybe. But the deal is done, and to be truthfully honest, I don't know much myself. Kept to herself. The price on your heads, I'll say, is about 5,000 gold pieces
Wow.
For all of us or per person?
as a group.
We've had our.
Complete and utter annihilation is what I was paid for. And I completely and utterly failed at that.
Yes, you did. Look at your hands. Hand. Look at it. It's gone.
I'm still not scared of you.
And then afterwards he goes,
Her name is Coltessa von Mar.
Coltessa von Mar. Koltessa.
I think I'll
Space.
spell it the way I hear it.
Coltessa von Mar.
VON space MAR.
She's an Aasimar with a vendetta.
Go on.
She's dangerous enough to make me second guess telling you that, but I'd rather die than be turned in by you lot, so here we are. She headed north, speaking something about Ildfell, a place I've heard of only a few times. Certainly doesn't exist, but she, on the other side of the spectrum, she is. That's about all I know.
And as he stops talking, you hear the blade coming out of a sheath, and you just see this mix of colors as the muted swordsman blurs across your vision and is now holding her blade up to his throat. And he goes,
Oh, I thought we had a deal.
She's not a part of our group.
We don't know her.
I don't
and
know what
you-
she's doing, honestly. She doesn't even talk, so really, it's anybody's guess here.
and you see her lean in close to his ear, and you just hear this slight hum as you can imagine she's trying to get something out. And his eyes just widen, and he goes,
Look, I promise you, I told you all I got. I don't know nothing else. Just let me go, please.
and it's the first time you've noticed this character drop his confidence. Like his voice starts to waver a little bit, like he's trying to contain it, but he knows that there's no facade he can pull currently.
Now, I upheld my part of the deal. If I'm gonna be completely honest, I know I'm pushing my luck.
And the sword goes closer to his jugular, and he says,
We failed pretty cataclysmically with you lot. Severe or underestimation. I'm worried that Cortessa's going to kill my entire group. The castaway wins. Can you please help me save them?
Why?
Is your group's name the Castaway Winds,
No.
or are you traveling to the Castaway Winds?
the group's name is the Castaway Winds. And Vul at this point cuts in and he goes, Dust, is that your name? And he goes, the guy holding up his arm and his nub still sort of uselessly in the air, he goes,
Seems my reputation precedes me, and
he gains a little bit of his confidence back before the sword is pressed even farther into his jugular. And you can see even the tough, sort of rocky skin of the Earth Genasi you can see like a almost like a crevice where the blade is going in and pushing his skin in. If she moves even slightly in one direction, it's going to draw Genasi blood.
No.
No. Was he gonna keep talking?
I say we don't help at all. You gave us information, but you tried to kill us. I see no mercy.
Yeah. What's the purpose of your group? Bounty hunters? Just killing people for money? I don't understand why
Losers
we'd
and
save you.
thieves.
just a group of humble thieves working for a penny. Surely you can understand that.
Humble.
What would you do for 5,000 gold pieces?
I'd kill the people and get it right the first time.
Ooh.
You can see his yellow veins just dim a little bit as he's demoralized, and he can't quite compose himself much anymore. He's just
Look, you guys are a capable lot, right? Clearly, we were outmatched. Capable enough, I'd say, to give a little bit of your strength to the greater good.
and Vul says they're known for raiding merchants, travelers. They've even attempted a few times on Bresh, Tricopee, many of the surrounding cities of Bresh. They don't kill too many people, yes, but the economy has suffered greatly thanks to their deeds.
Why are we still discussing this?
I mean, so
Whatever needs to be done should
Dust.
be done. If it's sword, if it's sword. If it's
yeah, I say we let him stand off against the.
Coltessa. Yeah.
Coltessa. Wait, no, not
excuses of
Coltessa.
one
No,
arm.
the darkness that you with the blade against his neck,
The
The
muted
mute.
swordsman?
the muted swordman. Yes.
Roll a persuasion check.
Wow.
20!
A natural 20?
Natural 20.
He's got a hole in him. And he's just like, yeah, I'll do it.
Even
Otherwise, we'd turn you in.
you as you say this, as the last sentence, the last word leaves your mouth, and you look in the direction of both him. You're looking at him because you're not used to really making eye contact with a muted swordsman. His dark features you can see turn a little bit pale, and his eyes like twitch in the direction of the muted swordsman just looming over his right shoulder. And she looks at you, and with this almost, there's a nuance to her movement, which is like, this is nothing to me. And she just pulls the sword across.
Takes care of that.
Wow.
I would
Now
like
Contessa can't
to
find
loot
us.
his body.
Okay.
Could I
I want to grab that ring.
take my sword out and
Yeah, I want to
plunge
find
it
what
through
else
his
he
chest?
has.
You're gonna have to be quick because as she like she cuts his. I would roll. Yeah, roll a dexterity check because she slits it and just releases him, and his body slumps and falls in the water and starts just. It doesn't. Well, actually, yeah, it does sink. It's a genasi. So you see him just slowly. Water covers him, and his very dark blood is now covering the surface of the water where his body slunk in.
If it was a dexterity, then it's just a 10.
It's just a 10.
Yeah.
You rush up to the side, seeing the opportunity, seeing how. Honestly, all of his subordinates were pretty incompetent, but he himself was an enemy to behold, and seeing him as a specimen, you just rush over as quickly as you can, but your heels skirt across the stone as he disappears underneath the water. His dark blood, the only thing covering the surface now.
I haven't seen you this excited in a while, Markir. I'll help you out.
And I'm gonna wave my staff around and try to like basically make a motion to cast Control Water, a spell that is attached to the
The teardrop.
the teardrop staff. Control Water, 1 charge per day.
Roll an investigation check. We'll say that this is a direct representation of your initiative to search for him.
I'm also gonna do one of those like, I'm gonna slap my thigh and do one of those like sumo squats, and then lean in and squint my eyes. Natural 20.
Wow.
Dang.
Wow. You okay, so initially you hold your staff out and squat down, and the water starts to shift and raise as a seam appears straight down the center to the opposing waterfall that leads down further in the mountain. And you push it apart, seeing the water raise on each side and reveal the floor below, fish sort of bouncing at the base of it, and all of the different foliage at the ground floor of this quarry. And you see that he's not there anymore. And you, just being completely perturbed by this, go, "No!" And you hold your staff out even more, and you shift the water out so far that to the left of your view, at the base of the water still, you see him crawling away as it's just revealed, and he looks back at you, and he just gets up, and he starts running down the water path towards the waterfall.
I mean, I don't know what the extent of Control Water is. Do I get any other water movements to like, like almost like a reverse slip and slide?
I'm gonna roll a strength check for him, or an athletics check. You roll an arcana check.
No.
No, it's not natural 20. Damn. But it is a 16.
You got a 15. You just beat him as he starts running away, and you just slowly pour the water back in, and you see as he starts trying to run on top of the water, but his legs just slip out from under him, and he just like gets caught under this blanket of water, and you start controlling it towards you as he's just like.
I'm waiting at the water.
Did I misunderstand the situation? I thought we slit his throat.
Yeah, but he's a very, like,
Not how the Nazi.
he still has the cut across his neck, but it's like immediately mended. Like you see almost scar tissue already, and he still has his senses about him. He was just playing along with it, and it seems like the muted swordsman did that to prove a point, and now she's almost disinterested. She got the information that she wanted.
Wow, you are a wily one. Hercheck, get him.
Wait, hold on.
I
Kill
get
me?
him, and I kill him.
And you're gonna have to roll for that one. Okay. What'd you get?
16. Wait. 18. 19. 20.
What did you actually get?
18.
25.
18.
How do you want to do this?
As
He
just-
holds his arms up.
Just if he's like doing this straight through his arms into the front of his skull.
Okay. You chop off his other hand as he holds up like this. He crosses his arms to block the blow
Oh my
instinctively, and you just sever his left hand, and not like it matters anymore because his brains are
I
parted on either side of your axe.
grab his body and throw it onto the shore, and then I loot his body.
Okay.
Well, that's not at all what I wanted. Who's got some good loot? I'm sorry. Barkir, I really was trying to...
Roll investigation check.
You remind me a little bit of Nuzzle, so, you know, I was trying
We'll
to...
say that you get the ring for sure. You get the
I was
ring.
excited
for
for you, but I don't think
3.
that's really usable. I really think that we should ditch the
I'll
body.
go up to her. I want to cast
Forgiveness?
Do you have it on
No.
D&D Beyond?
Actually, no, I don't have it currently, but
That would have been good to do prior
No,
to. So I'm saying for the future. Like,
Well, we
if
already
you
got all
find
the
loot,
information.
have it
we
already
need out of it.
prepared.
So
I don't think he intended on us killing him.
Oh, that's
Whoops.
what was conveyed, and I thought you wanted me to kill him.
Okay.
so yes, you have the ring, and it is called the Burning Ring.
The burning ring.
It is this sort of like red ring, pure red metal. Just this really sort of elegant, sleek design. There's no real designs over it. It's just this regular ring.
Regular ring. Does it fit my finger? I try to.
Yeah, and you actually notice that it's a little bit too large for your finger.
Yes,
What?
small
And you
hands.
notice that he's like at least a few feet, or at least a few inches shorter than you. How is that
Wait,
possible?
how does my
He's got
character turn into
big-ass
you
hands.
real quick?
Try your thumb.
I just said you look at his hands, and they're like the knuckles are covered in almost like rocks trying to protrude out of his skin, and there's he's got some big ass man hands, and you thought you had big ass man hands before until you met this guy.
Hand. Only one.
That's true. Yeah.
So does it fit?
What about your thumb?
Put it on my thumb.
Put it on your thumb. Ah, yeah, fits just perfectly.
Oh, cool.
Maybe also a bracelet if you wanted to.
Looks cool, too.
Just kidding. He's got big hands.
Whoa. I've thought about this so much.
Does it do anything? When I put it on?
No, it does not.
Cool. That's perfect then. I'll leave it there.
On your thumb?
we have to go back to the place where we chopped his arm off.
I go, I only got a ring on the body. I checked every pocket though. Couldn't find anything.
That is unfortunate.
Can I search him for gold?
Yeah, sure. Roll for it. Roll an investigation check.
I'm telling you, Thunky, you're not gonna find. I checked it pretty thoroughly.
16? Oh, I'm sorry.
You find exactly 9 copper pieces.
Ha!
Make
I
sure you
rolled
count
a
twice.
I rolled a 3.
Well,
Let's split that up.
Yeah,
Cool.
oh. You already said you checked his pockets. I thought you did.
I didn't exactly think that their brutality displayed on the Unagoths would translate to like other.
Bull, what good did he
Living
have? He tried to
people.
kill us. There was only one thing to do, was to return the favor. Now, shall we continue?
Just because we succeed
Back
doesn't
to
mean
Bresh.
his failure was.
What say you, gentlemen? And
I do think there's a little justification required here. First of all, he did try kills. Second of all, who knows if
Failed
the
to
information
kill
he
us.
was given is correct. And he could come back again. He's obviously not trustworthy.
I think he's
2 nubs,
dead.
scar.
Well, not after today.
I'm back.
No,
Just
no,
like
we
Shadows of Mordor.
Yeah.
Shadows of Mordor.
Oh god, that's so horrific.
You thought you cut me head off, but I'm back for a vengeance.
No. I just didn't trust him. He's wily. He kept coming back.
It seemed like you guys had a history, so I'll just assume that was for the greater good, and it will save
The
you some
greater good.
problems in your future.
Have you ever...
But hold on. He did mention that the woman that hired him is going to the same place that we're going. How dangerous is she?
Pretty dangerous.
The last time we encountered her, she
Kill the infested lizard or whatever. Gecko.
instantly.
I think my price just increased.
Your price did not.
No.
We already had a deal.
Yeah, it was
Not
locked in.
increase the deal.
You know how poor we
New
are.
factors came into that deal. I know how to get to Ildfell, and I even know what rests there. I already told you I don't want to go back. Now I have even less reason to go.
But you
Hercheck.
already agreed to the deal.
I already got you to the floating forest.
Come on, Hercheck.
What if we
I kill
disguise
him.
ourselves?
Disguised yourself.
I'd shave my head.
I don't even want to see that. So
She won't recognize us if we all
The
shave
only
our
one
heads.
she will recognize is me.
that actually is true. She doesn't know any of you.
Oh.
Well, no, it's not that she doesn't know any of you guys. It's just none of you guys were present
Forgot
at the,
about
at the
that.
forest.
And even
Or at
then,
the-
she
at the
did
manor.
not pay me any mind.
Yeah, she doesn't even know what we look like. And if we,
Still,
stick
I
our
got you
rules.
Let
the
us go.
Belbanus sacks. I got you all the way to the Belbanus trees, and that wasn't even part of the original deal. 200 more gold pieces, and I'll be happy to keep you going. Otherwise, good luck.
Fine. But at the end of this deal, that is it. I put out my hand.
No.
Nope.
What?
At the end of the deal,
We don't even have that much.
He
I
already
only
shook-
have
He already
100
shook.
gold.
He already shook her
No, he
check's
didn't.
hand. I know how much gold you have. I'm not trying to swindle you. I'm just looking out for my own well-being. Call it
How about this?
hazard pay.
Nope. We run into her.
Oh,
We make it.
cool. I thought.
If the level of danger increases, real time, then we pay you. Otherwise, we're paying you for nothing.
Oh wow, you just wasted a lot of breath there when Hercheck and I already shook hands.
Okay, well, I guess this is a flexible deal, isn't it? Because we can just change it whenever we want.
No, the variables and factors and dangers upon my life get changed whenever they want, apparently.
But they were this the whole time. You just never knew.
Deal's been made. In plus,
Very well, we will see.
you have the heart of an Unagoth. I imagine you'll be well able to pay me after that.
Maybe.
Let's
now,
go.
shall
We've
we
got
continue?
Yeah.
We've got a 6-hour journey down this mountain.
Wait, can I go up to the?
And we're going to RP every single second of that journey.
I spy with my Goliath eye.
Can I go up to the Genasi and actually flip him over and like try and tear out his spine? I'll cut it out.
Wow.
Pull it out. Remove
Can
it
I
in
assist him with
as
this?
good a form as I can get it in.
How are you going to say you're not delicate when it comes to these sorts of things?
But
You're
I
not
can
like
hold the body.
He will not get advantage because Hercheck assisted him.
I
Roll-
like push. Like, I know about.
Roll a medicine check.
I'm proficient in medicine.
Well, yeah, hopefully it helps.
It
did.
No, that's a 11. Yeah.
His spine is almost too fused with the rest of his being. Like it's got pieces of rock weaving in and out of it, just almost like fused with his entire rib cage. Is almost this like rock interior.
Dang.
Much harder than you thought it would be.
Yes, alright. Flip his body back over, I guess, and
I guess.
continue on with everybody else. I'll leave that for the carriage.
I am sorry. One of these days, we'll get you a respectable product thing.
Yes, one day.
Maybe you can have Cortessa's spine.
An Aasimar's spine would be great.
We'll plan it out. It'll be great.
I would love to have one of my own kind's spine.
Whoa. Start.
All right. Well, I guess let's go.
Can you do that fancy trick with the water again? Otherwise, I mean, it's really.
That'll be 100 gold.
It's he just jumps in the water and starts swimming, but he like turns into a dolphin and goes all the way to the edge.
Or whirlpool.
Make it
The
real
water.
difficult.
He goes, I thought that was 100 gold. I
This
didn't pay
goes
for
to
this.
100 gold, my friend.
Are you really trolling him right now? Is he swimming through the water?
Yeah, he's a fucker. He's a little fucker. So yes, I just used another charge.
Okay. As you whirlwind him as he turns
Not
into
whirlwind. Sorry, whirlpool.
Yeah. He.
It's a slow, like, fuck you whirlpool. It's not trying to. I'm not trying to murder him.
It's just
Picture like
really
the picture like the
annoying.
pool,
Bad
and
time.
like you're doing.
Yeah.
the
You just
whirlpool.
see him like trying to weave up the whirlpool as a dolphin, and he's just like, "Fuck you, fuck you, fuck you! Come on, let's just go! Come on, please! Jeez, I'll see." 17, and with that you see him disappear under the water, and appear out of the other side.
Fuck you.
Yeah, and he just
Turns
turns
my leg and
back
into the
back into
sunset.
full on the right side, on the right shoulder of the waterfall leading down, where you can. It still has the opening, revealing the descending mountain and like the highlighted Bresh. And he goes, "Well, come on."
You know,
Spits in
lift
the
up
water.
my robe and walk into the water slowly, very uncomfortably.
I follow.
Yeah.
All right.
Jump over the water. Not jump.
You guys make it to the opposite side well enough, and there's just this like light path. It seems like it's only been used a few times, and you can imagine that it was probably only ever Vul, or now you think maybe once or twice the leader. Which, did you ever get his name?
Dust.
Steve.
Yeah, he was told dust by Google.
Dust.
Dust, yeah.
Yes. And probably ever him once or twice, but not anymore. It leads down into just like very lush, dense forest where the humidity immediately hits you. It's warm, humid. Yeah, most all of you are pretty happy Nebrexis is not around.
This is great.
I think even you would actually be a little off put by the humidity because being surrounded by undeath as much as you are, you know that it doesn't tend to last very long in this sort of climate.
Oh, sun. Oh.
Sudden. Ooh.
Stand under the canopy.
Start
hate
just.
I feel slightly more spry.
I'm just gonna start cutting my hair.
What?
Cutting your hair?
Yeah.
So you've got a now short haircut?
Yeah, it's
This
just
is a
really.
Britney moment?
It's just really humid, and I fucking hate humidity. Just taking the blade, cutting it as we go.
That's dynamic. Wow.
Who has Kunvara?
I will have Kunvara.
So she depolymorphed and is still knocked out?
Yeah.
Hmm. Okay.
Okay, so yeah, you guys keep progressing through the forest. A few hours have passed. Muted swordsman taking up the rear. What is the marching order?
I'm gonna be in the middle with Kunvara.
Okay.
Be second to last.
Muted swordsman behind you.
Second from the first, I guess. Well, I guess I'll be first. Sure.
Varkir taking up the front.
I will be.
I have my shield.
Actually, Vul will probably be at the front.
Alright, I have my shield behind me.
I will be. What's it? You are in the middle?
Yeah.
I guess I'll be behind Varkir.
Okay. Third.
Who's in the back? Muted swordman.
Muted swordsman. Yeah.
Swordman. Woman. Thing. Okay.
Okay, you guys continue for a little while. What are your passive perceptions?
13.
It's this slow
12.
descent
17.
down, very sort of like rocky, muddy terrain,
12.
following the stream just along the right side of it, continuing to go down. 12?
12.
Okay. Few hours go by. It's still pretty early morning. Approaches the afternoon. You hear pretty, I would say comparatively after your adventures in the floating forest, you are pretty at ease here. Like you hear some wild noises even in this area. Some what you would imagine to be simian creatures, but even sounding much larger than you're used to. It doesn't quite put you on as much edge as it did going through the floating forest with the just dark and foreign guttural sounds coming from the denizens of that forest. And you can see Vul in front of you just like grabbing some different herbs and like rubbing them in his finger and like throwing them off to the side, and he
I'm
will...
gonna do the same. Monkey see, monkey do style.
Okay, roll an intelligence check.
I'm gonna try to comprehend what he's doing.
Maybe.
13.
No modifiers. You understand a little bit of like you can barely get what he's doing. It's he's like rubbing this stuff in between his hands and he's spreading it on the tree, and he's crumbling together some brittle nuts, and he's just throwing them off to the side. And you can hear it's almost like the sounds of the forest are shifting based off of what he is laying out and what he's doing.
Can I insight check?
You've already rolled to try and find out what that means. Insight check him? Like, is he...
Yeah, like what one moment I was seeing like what he's doing, and then what the intentions of what he's doing were. Like if it seemed like malicious intent.
I don't think you need an insight check to do that. He's like humming to himself, and it's just like regular business. This is like... Vul has already... I mean, you can correct me if I'm wrong, but he's proven that he knows the Gragnar Mountains pretty well, and there are a lot of... there's like a layer of nuances that it would be very hard to understand why he's doing some certain things, because he's just been here for such a long time. It's
I just
Just,
I
like,
just whirlpooled
incorporated
him,
into
so I'm
his-
trying to make sure I'm not going to get like a big branch to the face or a surprise vine whip trap.
The trees are alive.
You walk peacefully. He seems more so like he just wants to get back to Bresh, and he's going through the motions of doing so. Like this, the proximity that you are to Bresh is like his bread and butter. This is where he feels most comfortable. So now he's just doing what it takes to get back without issue.
While we're on the way, can I talk to Vul? Just go, Vul, what sort of things can you tell us about Ilfel? What can we start preparing ourselves mentally for?
Have you ever faced a giant before, much less a fire giant?
Have we? Maybe
Yes,
I have.
you have.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Actually.
I
The
faced.
leader of.
Actually, no. I can. I faced a God Mountain giant in the Gragnar Hills. Was it? Yeah.
In the Shadow Peaks. of the
Shadow
Gragnar
Peaks.
Mountains.
There we go. Yeah, the Shadow. Have you heard of anything in the Shadow Peaks?
That is probably the area of the Gragnar Mountains I'm least familiar with. I know about the harmony of quakes, and I like not to mess with them.
They're all gone. It was a travesty. Monkeys.
Sounded like you had a good time there. That's interesting.
It was fun.
He just is taken aback a bit, and he's. I suppose it's good that I didn't spend much time there then. I thought they had it on
Lock.
Colloquialisms of Bresh. I thought they had it on lock. It's actually pretty frightening to hear that they're gone. But
There was one remaining. He was going to try to rebuild. But I've not heard anything from that time I was there.
I can only hope that he does. I hear rumblings over there. Every so
I
often.
look a little bit pale faced. Like, anyways,
My life in the Gragnar Mountains might be coming to a close.
Maybe. The Ilfel.
Place you spent all your life learning.
Giants, yes,
Abandoned
familiar
so
with.
easy.
Are there some there?
They're easily tricked, but they don't forget their grudges just as easy. I would do my absolute best to stay on their good side. And let's just say, I probably won't be escorting you back. I'll get you to the gates, and then I'll be on my merry way. Their grudges run quite deep.
Have you crossed them before?
In a time when I knew less of the world, its denizens.
I see.
In a time where I thought myself invincible just due to the wiles of my mind. But with great power comes great responsibility.
Do you shoot magical webs out of parts of your body, or?
Are you a fan of spiders?
Fan. Hey, that line existed well before the first Spider-Man movie.
Did it?
But was it known well?
I think it was. And he goes, yes, it is a land of fire giants. They're
Fuck.
they're very traditional. They stick to their own ways. I would respect any and all cultural differences you may notice.
Well, anything else?
I would go in there prepared to die.
What do you
Anybody
try to
that you
do,
know in the city that we may contact?
Roll a persuasion, or roll a persuasion check.
10!
No one that you would need to know.
But you do know somebody in the city that could possibly help us.
No, they wouldn't help you, no.
Oh.
They'd probably eat you.
Oh.
In what way? What?
Donkey.
So they.
In like
they-
it, you'd be probably spilling out of the bottom. I don't know how much fiber they get. You'd probably be 35% of the daily value of fiber.
Barbara. Well,
But yes, it's a long journey there.
Do you know of anywhere to stay?
I always stayed on the perimeter of the village when I was up to my shenanigans.
Who is in charge?
Very well.
Must have changed by now.
Well, all right, I guess. Thank you for the information.
I'll do what I can for the gold that I'm paid.
Mm-hmm.
Are we on our way?
And another hour goes by before the tips.
I switch Kunbar over to the other shoulder.
Hey, Cannon. Another hour goes by before you get led onto the road, the northern road, whereas you guys went out of the western road, I believe, to get to the floating forest. This path is a little bit unfamiliar with you. The gate leading into and out of the village is a little bit larger on this side, but it still leads to the now semi-familiar pale ruins with the gardens on top of Bresh. As the two gate doors are open, guard on either side.
Can we thirsty?
Do we need to like?
Do we have to speak their language, or are they?
I know giant.
They're Genasis.
Oh, they're Jonathan?
I think so. I thought you said they're earth giants. Or fire giants.
They are in Ildfell, but you guys aren't at Ildfell now.
I mean, is it like a checkpoint where we need to like we can't just freely walk in?
No, you guys don't have a lot of, like, you can see that who they're currently dealing with is a caravan with a lot of goods and they're inspecting it, and you can see some, like, it's a pair just walking right on by. It's not like a heavily secured city. There's a lot of travel in and out, so they're like, they've got the process down. They're as accommodating as possible.
Okay. Well.
And plus you've got Vul with you, and the two guards just nod at Vul.
I nod at the two guards. Just as for like association with Ghoul. So they know who I am.
They like due to their association with him, they also do that. Like, oh, they're with Vul, I guess. Pretty good.
I curtsy. Saw
Yeah,
it at the Orenville establishment at one point.
The guards
Seemed
look at
nice.
each other, and then they look at Vul, and Vul just like, and he just walks on by, and they look at you, and one of them like moves his hands towards the love handles of the fabric on his guard uniform, and the other one just looks at him and just like shakes his head.
I give him a good nod, and I stand up and I grab the front of my robes and I walk upright, good posture.
Use your.
And I keep walking.
Okay, you guys are now back in the somewhat safety of the city of Bresh. And it is still at its normal level of activity, which is merchants lining the street, various animals that you've never seen before, some that you've only read about, people just presenting different artifacts and different pieces of monsters towards the various different vendors as you guys walk on through, and Vul goes, do we go straight to Quenxil? Is it Quenxil? Quenxil. Do we go straight to Quenxil, or do we rest for the night?
We gotta sell that heart.
Do they have The Quenxil bits with the cheese sauce.
Jesus!
Cheese sauce. I had it back in Orenville. It was delicious.
The Quetzal?
Can we have the
Are you talking
Quenxil
about
cheese
pretzels?
sauce, please?
I'm pretty sure it was called Quenxil.
Oh, you can try and
Quetzals.
present that to Quetzal. He's a pretty interesting man. He's been around the block. Maybe he'll have the cheese you're looking for.
Let's go. Let's get a move on.
We need to sell the heart.
We need to
For
what?
Quetzal.
Sell
the
art?
heart. The heart
Mm,
before it rots.
fine. I'm gonna keep an eye out for a place to sell the heart.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, you guys are, as you hear that, Bull goes, all right, we'll make a quick stop at the Bounty Bureau. And the Bounty Bureau you guys are actually familiar with. Orin's Obliterate operates underneath the Bounty Bureau.
Oh.
And
They know us?
We got no.
they might not know you. It's more like, it's like working for Apple. Like I work for Apple. Oh, you know Steve? He also works for Apple? No, I don't know Steve. Apple's multi-thousand people company.
We might know a Steve. He might be on
Yeah. Oh, that's Steve.
on your CC list.
And Vool leads you. It's also close to the center of town, close to where the not the Vagabond Dream, but the Freedom's Guide.
Freedom's Guide.
It's the place that costs 10 gold to get inside. And,
Oh yeah.
and you guys didn't really. You just wasted, I think,
We wasted
A
all a
bunch of
bunch of
gold.
gold. Yeah, that's all we did.
and you left immediately.
What's the word? Let's go back there and rob them. Rob them,
forgot
get our
about
gold
that.
back, and be like,
Turned into a
Wait.
goat. Stomped
The
it
love
on.
of my life is in there.
And then the
rob
guard
them,
kicked
steal
my
her,
ass.
get it. Yeah, perfect.
I've heard true love is priceless.
So you don't need the money then. We'll take your share. You can just you can have her.
Exactly. I would pay in love.
I'll pay in.
Deal.
So romantic.
I don't want to know what Timarius love looks like.
Wasn't she really
Or I'm sorry, cave love
hideous?
to be more
Lots of
appropriate.
teeth.
Oh. Ew.
And
You just present your teeth like a horse.
apparently she was like, what was it, Boogie from Nightmare Before Christmas.
Yeah, wasn't she
She's
like a
like,
pretty
yeah,
ugly
really
pole
heavy
dancer?
set, but freaking great
Maybe
at
she
pole
was
dancing.
really strong.
Yeah.
I mean, maybe she was just super thick.
All right, Max is back on the mic.
Jump all the way back up like,
Yeah, like it was nothing.
like
Oh,
dang.
actually.
Got to be that.
That is outside.
That means I can jump on all your posters.
Yeah. Maybe.
That's fine.
Maybe. Is that what you just did?
No, I was gonna do
That's
that.
not the sound that cats make.
Okay. So as you guys are walking along the streets of Bresh towards Freedom's Guide, where the Bounty Bureau is located, you spot a few more flyers around. There's still the familiar Six-Horned Siblings flyer for 200 platinum, but there is also a few more flyers accompanying those right below them. You can see them on various different boards posted throughout this city, it being a city where you can imagine there's a lot of freelance work going on. And one of them is for, it looks like a black sketch of a person with a red gauntlet, and it says, "Leader of the Castaway wins. 7,000 gold pieces." And under that,
Yeah, that doesn't mean anything.
under that, it has it's just a crude drawing of a piece of poop, and on each sign you see the poop is drawn differently, like somebody is making these on their own. And it says potion pooper. 500 gold pieces. And he says, and under it, it says, group of Duergar, Goliath, Aasimar, and
I grabbed that
Dwarf.
flyer and I grabbed that flyer.
Yeah. I'm gonna
And I
grab
just put it
every
in my
flyer
bag
as well.
of holding.
You don't continue to read?
Yeah, what does it say?
Oh.
Could have been a great article about us.
It says,
I've never been in the press.
report, information found,
Thanks,
report to the owner of Lovely Liquids,
Okay.
which you now remember is the name of the potion place that, Tim, you pooped on the counter of. And,
Oh no.
and Thunky, you knocked out the little kid, or
liked
the
it.
teenage kid
Yeah, he
who
really
was
liked
running
it.
You can tell that he didn't quite appreciate as much the stench of fecal matter that he woke up to, probably a little while later.
And I'm sure it grew on him.
He probably made it into a potion.
Yeah, it is called potion pooping.
Approaching what is the main sort of thoroughfare of this area, you can see a line of just like gruff, worn individuals carrying all manner of like monster pieces and bits with them. Like you can see sacks with collected red at the bottom, dried dark brown now, being dried blood, and you can see one individual still. You recognize slightly. You don't really have any business with her. You haven't previously, but it is the what appears to be the largest individual in the line up to this small building. It is the black and gold striped zebra woman, and she is carrying dragging on the floor this giant lizard creature, larger than any of the other animals, and she just throws it in front of the building where there's this teller, this older woman with one monocle on her right eye. And out in front of this area, you can see a lot of other monsters just hanging on high poles, just like to display the different bounties that people have gotten. And you see her start to walk up and just do business with her, with the teller of this area.
I'm gonna get in line.
Wow. That lady is strong.
Hercheck. What does the rest of that bounty say?
I don't know.
Can I read it?
I put it in the bag of holding, but I will ask. Pinky. Oh, Pinky. Might I please get that piece of paper I just shoved in there? Please.
You hear, and just a ball of wadded up wet paper smacks up against your cheek and bounces onto the ground.
Good
and is
friend.
covered in dust.
I pick it up. Thank you. I open it up and I present it to Tim. Be like, there you go, my friend.
And I put it in my mouth and swish it around. And then pull it out.
Perfectly clean.
Gotta clean it off.
Roll a Constitution saving throw.
19.
You don't even notice the disgusting primary taste and smell of Penke's own saliva and mouth.
I don't know if it's a good or a bad thing.
Interesting.
I'd like to, just wipe it off on my robe a little bit, and then open it up and try and read it. I'm looking for a dead or alive kind of thing.
No, it's really just the there is a reward, there is mention of the authorities, and there's really just the primary request out of this poster is any information regarding their location or about them that could lead us to him will be rewarded.
Is there
It's
a
pretty
signature or
straightforward.
anything?
What?
Is there a signature on the poster at all?
I think we just take it to this lady. The gauntlet.
Wait, hold on. Are you talking about Leader of the Castaway Winds wanted poster or the potion pooper poster?
Leader of the Castaway Winds.
He took the potion pooper poster.
Potion pooper poster.
Yeah, that's what I thought
Sounds like a
you're talking about.
Oh yeah, sorry. I thought he took the because we
Yeah,
got
we have no
the-
evidence of.
the gauntlet.
We don't have the gauntlet.
We have to go back to the
Oh,
ambush
so you
then.
have the ring.
I have a ring, but that's still not proof. Maybe.
It's his ring.
Sure, I'm gonna. Tim, if you think we should try,
I say we try.
I go back and I grab the flyer.
So you watch as the black and gold striped zebra woman, about 7 feet tall, hefts her weapon over her shoulder, and over the opposite shoulder is just a giant bag of gold, and she just walks away and goes after another person, and almost everybody in the area is just looking at her walk away with this huge sack of gold, and then they look at their own sort of paltry gatherings or their own fruits of their own labor, and out of as she's walking away, the next person in line, the teller has to yell at him like, "Hey, get over here already!" And he like, oh, and just like grabs his small sack and presents it to her. And hey, little mini axe. This is the weapon that she used to kill it.
Wow.
Wow, what a badass.
And so she, everybody progresses. You guys have about 2 more people in front of you. They do their sum, and then it is your turn as she goes, like she's just walking back from retrieving something, and she goes,
All right, how may I help you all?
Well,
just
We
her
just-
monocle.
got done taking care of the leader of the Castaway Winds.
I hand over the paper and I show her the ring. I'm like, look, there's no real way we can prove it other than
The
this
ring
thumb.
was on his body.
And she
You ain't got no other proof.
I have his blood. That's about it. I just killed him.
Well,
I know
could've had the
this,
body
there's
for you,
no
but-
way. I did not know there was a bounty on his head before.
roll a persuasion check at disadvantage. It's not looking good.
Didn't make it.
You got
What-
anything else for me?
what kind of evidence do you need?
I like a head. I don't know. Hand. Somebody, a witness.
It's our
I mean-
first bounty, so
I mean,
bear with
they
us.
all saw me kill him. Vul saw me kill him. Vul, please tell the lady I just slain this person.
And he goes, I mean, he's telling the truth, but you Hercheck without any evidence.
She said witness.
The Resha does not fuck around here.
She
Hercheck.
just said witness. In Vul, your name carries weight. I'm assuming. Like you are from Bresh.
And he goes, look, is you know me. You know my reputation. I've never lied to you before, and I've brought back significant amount of proof for everything I've ever turned in. Come on. Cut us a little slack here, Beresha. Come on. I'm just gonna roll.
I'm gonna place my hand on him and nod.
supportively. Add anything to that roll?
Non-supportively.
I'm gonna point at the ring.
Actually, let me see. Rolled a natural 9. Let's see what his.
It's probably a 2. Saving throws.
Oh.
Can I
Negative.
Can I wait? Let me look up luck. I don't know if I can use that with other people.
I don't think that you can.
And she goes, "Boy, you're putting your reputation on these people. But you've done this city good, especially after how we treated you in the beginning there. It's a little rough. Tell you what, I'll pay you 1,000 gold to this. And you killed him. You gotta know where his body is. What happened to it? Why don't you have any more proof? Is this your first time turning in any kind of bounty?
I did not know there was a bounty on this person.
Yes.
So you just accidentally
Do you have
killed
any-
the leader of the castaway
He tried to
Winds.
kill us.
It was
jumped
no
us, so
accidents.
we killed it. Yes, we murdered him by accident.
Oh,
Hey,
looks
you
like
said
you
you had-
guys have a pretty promising future in the city of Bresh, don't you?
We will
It
take
was our first time, so I think we should get some kind of
we
first.
Tim, we should take
You've got a
1,000.
ring that's literally impossible for me to identify or understand its relationship with that guy.
I say we
We'll take it.
Fool, if there are any
we'll
more
take it.
raids from the castaway winds, it's on you.
We'll take it.
How about this? We'll take it. It will also throw in more information for another bounty, because he was hired to kill us.
Tim. Come over here,
He's just a mean
Tim.
guy.
Come over.
Yeah, and
handle that heart. Handle the Unigoth.
you hear-
Unigoth.
You hear
Ooh.
almost a piercing snap of a blade get drawn by about an inch, and then just forced back into the sheath so fast and so quickly by the muted swordsman that some of the sand and dust around here just blows away, and it makes this piercing noise to where, as you're about to mention her, it like interrupts your entire train of thought,
Good.
and she just shakes her head
Good.
at you.
Yeah.
Get out.
I'm new.
Get out of the store.
I'll go back to my cave.
Good.
You have a promising bounty.
Anyways,
The heart. We have an Unigoth.
we'd also like to turn in an Unigas heart.
And an Unigoth heart! My goodness, you guys
We had a
are
really
just
good
a
week.
sight to behold!
We had a great week.
Hmm.
You know what? Unigoth heart? That'll get you 1,000 gold pieces too.
Perfect.
I'll up it by 2,000 for the leader of the castaway winds. Because this right here, this gets you some credibility around Bresh. Unigoths are not to be trifled with.
No, they're not. We almost
Yeah, we
died.
have 5 of them.
And she like takes the Unigoth heart, and she just she pulls a cloth out from behind her, and she picks it up, and she just twists her little monocle like this. She takes her pinky.
Well preserved too. All right. Well, we can make quite a few medicines and poisons from this.
Oh,
Thanks.
you're welcome.
And she goes, "Now I'll be right back. Wait, is there anything else you mythical, legendary creatures can bring to me?"
I have a snake bite on my face.
Do you,
You're out of the
do
store. You're out of the store.
Do you know anything of a book in the forest
In what forest?
that we went through to get to the Unigoths?
Oh, the floating forest.
Yes, there was a book with some strange powers in it.
That book is gone.
I just want to know what
Mark
it was.
here.
I mean, let's see, book. And I don't know anything about a book, but
Like an undead beholder was surrounding it.
there were myths long ago in Bresh. People were kind of scared at the time about a necromancer who lived over there. He did all sorts of experimentations, children missing, even crazy creatures missing. I think he's long dead, though. It's been thousands of years. Maybe he had the book, who knows?
Whoa.
All right.
And she hops off of her stool, and her head disappears beneath the counter. You now notice just how small of a woman this was. And she just waddles away from the counter, and you hear the opening of what can only be just a huge door of a safe. And she disappears for a moment. You hear just like the shuffling of coin appears back out. You hear and the sack of coins just with two small hands gets thrown onto the counter and slides forward or towards you guys a little bit. And she hops back on the seat and she goes,
Okay, 3,000 gold pieces for you lot. And remember, come back with more proof of Dust and his deceasedness, and I swear I'll give you the rest of the 5,000. But you'll have a price on your head if we get attacked by the Castaway Winds again.
What if they have a new leader?
Now, how does that make sense?
You said you killed the leader.
There was a bounty on his head.
Yeah, they are like a Hydra. Cut off one head. and
Why
one
would we
straight
have a
up.
bounty for killing somebody who had a bounty on his head?
Because you got no proof. If they attack again, clearly they were organized enough without their leader to come back at us. It's not good for us.
So
That's-
is there a separate
Look,
bounty?
look, I will go
Wait.
back. I will get the body.
No, hold on.
Mark here, come please just join me to get to the body. Let's just end this.
So is there another bounty for the?
You don't know just what
What
Dust
if
did.
we bring his
They're just a
gauntlet
bunch of
back?
rubble without him.
No.
There,
God,
look,
should be
I'll tell you that he was such an influential character amongst their ranks that if anybody did take up his place, they'd be worth just as much, but I don't think that they will be.
I don't think anybody's
They will be,
capable
but
of
they
filling
won't
his
be.
shoes, is what
Oh.
she's trying to say.
He headed every single attack on Bresh. Every single merchant spoke of the Australian-voiced beast.
Where's Australia?
I just have one last question.
What is this Australia?
Australiana.
If we are attacked by his gang,
His accent was so sexy, I swear.
I was moved. if we are attacked and we end up killing more of his men, do we get bounties for their heads?
Yeah, there's usually a 50 gold bounty for each piece, for each head.
Do they have some kind of insignia?
Yeah, they usually run around with dust-colored bandanas.
What color of dust? There's lots
Tannish?
of colors of dust.
Tannish. Yeah,
Sand?
Tannish, she gets it.
Have you not seen dust before?
I've seen red dust, black dust, blue dust.
It just goes to show that you don't need brains to bring in the bounties.
Are you talking about yourself?
It's a low blow.
Take the gold from
Don't talk about
her,
me.
and I slowly back away.
How much did we owe Vol?
Another 200.
We owe 200.
Yeah.
You'll get your I'm talking to Vol right now. You'll get your 200 at the end of this trip. Wait, no, total.
500 or 700 total.
Yeah.
Okay. So
At
I give
the-
him 350 now.
Thanks. Yeah.
You'll get the second half
You mean the other half?
when you'll get the other half at the end of this journey.
And he just takes the gold, puts it in his pouch, and just continues to it doesn't really change much. He's still owed quite a bit, but the muted swordsman. Who's carrying the money?
I am.
No, I I thought we were
Nope.
gonna split it.
But
going
she
to-
doesn't
No, no, no,
get any.
Let's
thing.
not.
She
I
has
know
a-
where you put things,
tons
and I
of-
don't like that. So maybe Vardakir should take
Mario.
We're
over.
gonna split it up.
She walks up to whoever has the money, whoever took the money from her, and she holds out her hand.
Okay, hold on. 1, 2,
And she
3,
goes-
4, 5.
Okay. well,
One.
that's-
I
that's a
hand her
share.
one.
One.
I'm sorry, hold on a second.
You
She
have
doesn't move.
all of those Unigoth parts.
She doesn't move.
I'm sorry. What's going on right now?
Hold on.
She
I
wants
hand
share
her-
for killing the.
99 gold pieces.
Who's she?
Roll a persuasion check.
Who?
The muted swordsman.
Oh.
I give her 460 gold. We all get 460 gold. That's our share.
Did-
Split.
She crouches down and like looks at you and nods and puts the gold away.
I rolled an 18.
Okay.
For a persuasion check, she takes the 100 gold from you.
So now you're 360.
We'll say that because that was slightly confusing, she just got her sum and is happy with that. She's asking for no more. And as you guys walk away from the desk, the little opening that the old woman is operating out of, the muted swordsman walks up and brings out this. It almost just looks like a zipper. She unzips it, reaches her hands in. And you can see the teller is like corrects her lens again as her head is just starting to disappear and she's looking up, and now she's completely obscured by the amount of Unigoth parts that the muted swordsman is pulling out.
That's fine. I wait for her to finish. And then I walk up to her with my hand out. And I
Yeah.
She
stare
walks
at her.
right past you.
Bitch.
Yeah, we're all gonna remember this.
Wait, hold on. So she's not gotten any gold yet, right?
No, I gave her her share, and
But-
then she just went up there.
Right, but she hasn't gotten any gold yet.
She does. I more so just like sped past her interaction because I'm not going to RP that.
She did her transaction.
Yeah, she did her transaction, got a sack, actually a little less full than the sack that you guys got.
Yeah, so I look at Hercheck and I'm like, and
I'm gonna look at them like, we need to just go.
She's
Not worth
a
it.
muted
What?
swordsman.
It's not worth it.
I'm not messing with
It's
her.
not worth it, Tim.
I
We'll
walk
get
up
her
to
later.
I walk up to her and
She spins around, puts her hand on your shoulder, and just holds out a sack of gold.
is it big sack?
It's a pretty hefty set. Like, even being Tim, this is what she's handing you is almost more gold than you've ever seen before in your life before today.
Okay.
It's about another 1,000 gold pieces.
I animate a sparkly moment,
It's 1,200 pieces.
and I like my eyes are all wiggly and my body's like, and like the sparkles and the shimmery sounds. are playing.
And she just ruffles your hair and and turns around and keeps walking.
I start purring. I'm gonna slowly do that, like that look where it's like to the rest of the party.
Before she fully turns around, she just looks at you, Hercheck, like, and then keeps walking.
I just look at her and be like, use your words.
Can I come up to you?
It's playing hard to
Be
get.
like, we can speak.
Trust me. We all worked for it.
I think we should start working on a savings account.
So,
Bang, bag.
yeah, minus 460?
What?
460?
We all get. Well, now with the 300 added, so we all get 760 gold.
Okay. You all have 760 gold. I'd write that
That's taking into account saving the other
Already did.
350 for Moon.
I already added the first number, so what's the other
Oh,
number?
300.
Okay. Vool.
I do not put it in the bag of holding.
I'm gonna notice that,
It's-
and I'm gonna be like, yes, good man.
Just like you can almost feel Penkey's breath on you. And you look down and you just see like that one eye sticking out.
I just put a gold over it. Like, ah!
It just it covers the gold piece perfectly and just slowly descends as darkness covers.
Thank you.
Bag seals up.
God, it's always creepy when you describe that.
Intentionally so. Vool says it's probably going to take Quenxil the better part of the night to fix his honestly whatever the hell he ends up fixing with this. So I say we turn it Quenxil.
I would like to go
Oh, I
get.
wrote down.
I would like to go get Gus Sparky with Barkir.
Gus Sparky?
Gus Body.
Dust?
Dust.
Dust.
Gus.
Wait, now
I'm Gus,
Gus Stein.
leader of the Castaway Winds.
Gust.
Check out my
Like if his name was
dog.
Gust,
Yeah.
leader of the winds.
Dust. That would have been good though.
He's an earth honestly.
Anyways, I'm gonna go get him. After
It's-
I put Kunbara in
It's
a
it's
6
about
hour.
midday. It's gonna be nighttime by the time you get there, and it's going. I'm just letting you know this. I'm not deterring you from doing this. It's gonna be about nighttime when you get there, and it's another 6-hour journey back
Never mind.
without Vool. By
I forgot
the way.
about this 6-hour trip. I will not. And I will just. Let's go.
Okay.
Forgot about the 6 hours.
As you guys start walking, Vool goes, "All right, this way. Let's just keep walking." And a few minutes go by, and he hangs back and tugs onto your pants or whatever you happen to be wearing, your
I don't
loincloth.
wear pants.
Tugs onto your dense
I
leg
wouldn't do
hair.
that.
And he goes, and he's trying to signal you out, and he goes, "Hercheck,
Fool.
I can teleport us there,
Teleport to the body.
but it'd be another 6-hour journey back." I say we wait.
Could we wait till the morning and hopefully his body is still there? But how would those spells be more useful to you in Ilfel, since you're so
We won't be in Ildfell for at least a few days.
okay? Then yes, I would like to do that. I will give you more gold for the help.
All right, we'll reconvene in the morning or when we're back at the Vagabond Dream.
Varkia, can you attend to Kunbara at all tonight?
Attend to her. What do you mean?
She's still knocked out. Could you just pass her a heal or something?
And we need to definitely decide what we're going to do with her.
We need her alive, or well, up. Kicking, screaming,
Kicking or
moaning.
Kunbar. Oh.
Kunbara.
Tell you what, you can think about it while we're at the hotel. We'll give her a nice
What's
comfy
a
bed.
hotel?
Oops, the inn. Oopsies. When we're at the Vagabond Dream, she'll get a wonderful night's rest thanks to Loquois.
Oh yeah. We slept there last time. Felt great.
And it's the same fog. You put 2 and 2 together, that it's the same fog that Loquois is using in the Vagabond Dream to assist with sleep, as that is in the entirety of the floating forest.
That's what she uses. I suppose.
Yes. And yes. I guarantee Quenxil's gonna make a scene when he finds out he's gonna get in the air again. He just sighs. And he goes, "All right, let's get moving." And with that, we'll pick up next time
on Assassins and Dragons.
Dragoon.
Remember, Assassins, look into the GoPro. As always, Assassins, until fate next brings us together, and never stop playing video games.
Role playing games. Shit.